It is August 19th on Saturday, and we had a great dinner last night, and then we came over to a boondockers welcome spot to stay behind someone's house in downtown Colorado Springs. And it was dark, well, not quite dark, almost dark when we got here. And we're gonna walk around a little bit because it looks kind of like a neat area. Our goal for today is to make what will probably be a 5-hour drive from Colorado Springs to Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. After a long day of driving, we arrived at Gunnison National Park. We went straight to the visitor center in order to get some advice on how to tackle the park. It was here that we talked to a ranger who gave us the best advice that we had on the entire trip. He said that from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., any park is super crowded. So the best way to avoid the crowds, especially since we were in the oversized van, in order to get good parking, is to arrive before 10 a.m. and to get there and do things after 2 p.m. So that would turn out to be invaluable advice that we would use the rest of this trip. Since it was after 3 p.m. today, we decided we would knock out some things on the list while the park was less crowded.
Where are you guys from?
Al,
Florida.
There you go.
you're the cool van we followed in.
Yeah.
Followed us? Oh.
We're in the van, yeah. Oak Flat Loop Trail at Gunnison National Park. It really wasn't too bad. We're a little disappointed because we got here and there's a road where you have to be less than 22 feet or less to go on it, and that's the road we wanted to go on and do a hike. And the ranger told us we could get ticketed if we go there, so he did not suggest it. There's a lot of switchbacks, but there's no way the switchbacks could be as bad as what we did at New River Gorge. But this is pretty. This is the lowest we can hike into the canyon. So tomorrow it'll be mostly driving. But it is pretty. We did see a deer. It was cool. But it had a little baby. It was cool. You can see the water. It's flowing away from us toward the mountains. We're almost back to the visitor center. It wasn't too bad, but I feel like it was challenging for me because there was a few areas where I feel like I could just fall over and slide down the hill. But it's nice and shady, and it feels cool out. So it's been a nice hike.
Look, there's people down there. There's a kayak or something down there.
What?
Yeah, there's people moving. That blue one just moved.
Oh, there are like kayaks down there.
They
Cool.
must be having that.
These lines on the wall are wild. But this is where they said they rock climbed. Something about the flat spots give you, which doesn't make any sense, crevices to hold on to.
Yeah, I think they have to carry their kayaks across certain spots.
We are in a national forest, and you can see there are cows everywhere. There was some cow poop over here. Chuck covered it up with dirt, so at least it doesn't stink now. But one of the cows is making weird noises. We don't know if she's pregnant or what, but it's very, very loud. She's not happy, whatever it is. But yeah, we got the van set up. The Starlink is set up, and it looks like the cows are curious. They're just like, the three younger ones are just staring at me. We're having hamburgers tonight, which I told Chuck makes me feel bad because we're grilling hamburgers with these cows here. So that's going to be interesting. But we had a good day. It was a lot of driving. We got to do a little bit at Gunnison at the park, and we'll go back in the morning and finish up what we wanted to do there that we can do, because we can't do the one road because we're too big. The next day we made the long drive from our boondocking spot back to the park again. Our plan was to pass the visitor center and finish up the rest of the stops on the main road along with another hike. Making it to our first REI outdoor camping store. We've always heard about these, but we've never been in one, so it's taken us till forever in Colorado to finally get to a place where we could go to one. We bought what we needed at REI. The store was pretty cool. I know it's high quality. It's very expensive, but we got what we needed, and we came to a brewery called Base Camp Beer Works. It was rated 4.9. Got the van parked here. They don't serve food, but they have like a food truck here. We're over here in this other area. This is nice. Chuck's very happy because they have 4 IPAs, so we got a flight. How is it? Really? After enjoying a great time at the brewery, we drove to Colorado National Monument. And wow, did we have not a clue what a surprise this was going to be. Driving through just totally blew us away. What I will say is that we entered on the east entrance, and I don't recommend that because it meant that we drove through basically the entire park on the scenic drive before reaching the visitor center at the west entrance of the park. So if you come this way, definitely go into the west entrance, hit the visitor center so you have a better idea of how to tackle this park than what we did. We later found out at the visitor center that the rim drive is 23 miles long and it includes 3 tunnels. is incredibly cool. Alright, so this is Fallen Rock. Stopped at that last stop. Chuck wanted to see the trail. He wanted to go on it. I was like, no way. It was 7 miles straight down. You see a fallen rock? This is the Upper Ute Canyon view. So you got the van, our new sticker, Peace, Love, and RVing with the paw print. I like it. I can't believe we're like the only people here now. Look how amazing this is. We finally made it to the visitor center, and we learned we had basically driven through the whole entire park. The ranger gave us a map of the park, and we could see that we had hit a lot of the spots, still a few things we had missed, and he also gave us a hiking map, which he highlighted some of the hikes in the park that he liked. The ranger there was super nice. He actually used to be a ranger at Black Canyon of the Gunnison Park, where we've been the last few days, and he told us that Black Canyon of the Gunnison is actually the far end that connects all the way into the Grand Canyon. And we had no idea, so that was like super interesting. We love this park so much that we decided we wanted to come back tomorrow. Our plan for tonight was to visit some friends, but they are busy, so we're not going to be able to do that. And unfortunately, the campground here is full, so we're going to have to find another place to stay for tonight. Thankfully, a last-minute Harvest Host stay came through for us. I was able to call, and we could get there about an hour before they closed, so they allowed us to come on over. Got to the peach fork. We tried to stay at the campground in the park, but they were full, so this is a Harvest Host called the Peach Fork, and they have peaches and grapes, and we're doing a little wine flight, which is going to be nice. You can see the grapes over here. Did you see the grapes? They're like right there.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. This is a very cool place. Oh my gosh. The peach apple one is really good. We had our flight and then we ended up getting like another one. back of the winery. It's really nice. They have like a bathroom, so you can go to the bathroom. And the owner's super nice too. And these are the peaches. There's the van. We're next to the peaches. These are Palisade peaches, which are supposed to be like really, 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 really good. You'll see here they're like really dark. Compared to the ones over here, which are farther down. I don't know if it's like the grapes, because some of the grapes were different and lighter and the other grapes were darker, and those were the red wines, were the darker grapes. But he said none of the grapes will be ready until, so you can see these are lighter peaches. He said none of the grapes will be ready until November. So until now, between now and November, they just sit there and get a little bit fatter and they get sweeter. We spent almost $50 here, but we got honey and we got wine. Today we're going to head back to Colorado National Monument. We decided against doing the long drive again and hitting all the spots that we missed, and instead, due to time, we would go back and just do some hiking. We decided to do the No Thoroughfare Canyon hike. The ranger had marked some areas on here which have the Devil's Kitchen, the first pool, and the second pool, and then he had exited out beyond that, and so we shouldn't go any farther because there was some kind of a problem right now. So we feel like that will be a decent little hike and get us some exercise early, and then due to time, we need to move on to driving to Ouray. We made it to the waterfall. There's no water falling, but you can see on the side of the rocks where it's seeping out a little. This is the dry season, so, but it's pretty cool. And look how tall it is around us. There were some rock scrambles too we had to go over. Couldn't even tell where the trail was at some point. We enjoyed our time in Colorado National Monument, but in hindsight, I think it was a good stepping stone to build up to Utah, because Utah is going to blow our minds. And had we gone here after Utah, I don't think we would have been as impressed. So it was really nice to go here first. And now our next stop for today is to make our way to Ouray. We have heard that Ouray is a cute little mountain town, and it is also the start of the $1 Million Highway. Yeah, I've never seen one of those before. It's a rock shield. The rocks are hitting you because it's so freaking steep here. We headed out of town toward our boondocking spot for the night, which would require us to drive along the $1 Million Highway. This is Highway 550, 25 miles long, running from Ouray to Silverton. The highway winds its way through the San Juan Mountains with breathtaking views. It's challenging because there are steep cliffs and narrow lanes and no guardrails and a lack of shoulder in some areas. Many consider it a very dangerous highway. Its reputation had me very nervous before we started this drive, but it really turned out not to be that bad. Just a few spots that were pretty scary because there was absolutely no shoulder, and in the van you just felt like you could fall right over, so it definitely got to have a good driver. The $1 Million Highway is named such because it cost supposedly $1 million to build.
Made it to a camp spot. It was not easy to find one that wasn't like a road that was insane, but thankfully Chuck didn't drive up the crazy ones. We did ask some people and they said that we probably could go here but not too far, and we found this spot and it's really nice. The Starlink even works. We are grilling elk tonight.
Let's hope this elk is good.
Ooh, it's hot on my lap. Here it is. It's called Pikes Peak Prickly Pear. Yeah, the elk was kind of expensive, but this is only half of it.
Oh my god.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's so tender.
Yeah, it was 40 something dollars, but we also paid $8 for the spice to put on it, which was like a sun-dried tomato spice. Is the spice good?
In the next video, we finish driving the $1 Million Highway to its end in Silverton, and we have to drive in the rain. After that, we head to Mesa Verde and on to Valley of the Gods, which turns out to be one of my favorite boondocking stops of the entire trip.